second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Here we go. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll set up a throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And some room to run now. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down. Jackson options out left. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Graham has puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Grady Jarrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards?
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bird. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, What do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordarrelle Patterson hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson, and he fires one that's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
What's that now? 50 series. Red, yellow.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw is incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
38. Ready?
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because Coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
First and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here we go.
This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Ready.
Patterson will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Hey, more steal.
Jet sweep. Here's London. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. 14, Ravens nothing. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half. That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Well, the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Ready?
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, they'll throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Ravens at 9-5 now on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Jackson now. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Jackson. The throw out to Ross. He's got it. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Now a draw play with Drake. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off. because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. And this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1. And in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Okay, right?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Black open. Ready?
They'll set up to throw. Finding Kyle Pitts running the slant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're down on the scoreboard, sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's like fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Same exact result as last play. A pickup of 11. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he hits Drake. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today. They've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Grady Jarrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this.
Under pressure, they got him again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Shot, 17.
That's out quickly to London. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. Pushes past him. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, going back to Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. back to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
He'll drop to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them free. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick six.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, Patterson. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Miss red. Blue check. Check right.
A right side run with Patterson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Ritter on target to Pitts for a Falcon first down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 69 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower. That front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Right back to him on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Credit that play defensively to Marcus Peters. He got downhill in a hurry. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Back to throw here. Another completion right back to Patterson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Okay, now, steal, check, steal.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there, all 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Hand off, running left, Patterson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Ready, go.
They'll run with Patterson. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Odafe Oweh so quick, and he gets to him there behind the line.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Running the counter, Patterson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold them to 3 to keep this a one-score game. Trying to run it with Patterson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to put them a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that'll push the lead up to 8. Now from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw is Jackson. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Next to score, Falcons 31, Ravens 16.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Jackson to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Falcons force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Minshew down to a knee, victory formation, and that should be just about it. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth.